The actual term is Football Information Systems. I don't know how Nerds Nest started. Before, it was the Bird's Nest, and then the three of us took over that room, and so they just turned birds into nerds, and it stuck. Our nameplate even says Nerds Nest.
We all, kind of have our own individual role. I play sort of the middleman in between Ryan, who does all of the great design work, everything that our scouting system sees and the scouts use to enter data, and Rebecca, who has much higher levels of math, and she's a more analytical brain. So I gather the information and kind of disseminate it to both of them.
Everyone has a team like us, every 32 teams. They've got their own football ops technology group. I think we're different in the fact that we try to incorporate every part of our organization, bringing everything together under one house and making sure that everyone can talk and communicate with all the information that they have, so then we can make the best decisions possible.
So you guys just try to take the game and pick it apart as much as possible.
100%. You want to isolate things. For example, our coaching staff really values third down blocking. I want to isolate only the plays on third down and look at how this guy's performing on that. So just like understanding both what scheme need is and trying to incorporate that in analytics and scouting.
What I think it does is every time you go to make a decision, there's probably some case studies, history, that you can gather insight from. And there's so many variables amongst all of that history. Using technology, using analytics, using that type of analysis is, hey, help you weigh that data, use those weights to help guide you, steer you, maybe give you an extra tool to make a sound decision.
We came here about 3 years ago. There was a system in place. It was pretty old. We came in, we upgraded the system, built from the ground up a complete custom intranet site, JARS, stands for Joint After Action Reporting System. Everybody uses JARS to input information. That's from the training staff to strength and conditioning, coaching, front office, all of that combined into one house.
We like to look at every player from multiple different angles. Their measurables, their mental testing, their stats, and their production. The area that it's the most helpful is maybe not rounds 1, 2, and 3 in the draft, but rounds 4 to 7, and then even beyond with college free agency.
One example also would be from our first draft. That would have been 2014 was the first year we were in together. And we were looking for guards with size and speed. And the guy that popped out in the later rounds was Cody Wickman. As a 6th-round pick, having 13 or 14 starts in 2 years, you feel like he's been, a kind of a successful example of where that measurable was actually translated into a draft pick and then success on the field.
We always say it's just another tool in the toolbox. It's not the end-all be-all, but it's really helping pull out a diamond in the rough towards the end of the draft and eliminating some risk.
They're very smart. I always say they're way too smart to be in football. They should be doing something else. But young, smart, talented, a little bit out of the box in terms of being in a football building, but they're just as passionate as any of us in the building. And those guys using that passion, working together to try to help us is pretty fulfilling.